Today on People Now, teen moms Jenelle Evans pulls a gun with her son in the car during a road rage incident. We'll tell you what we've learned.
Bachelorette Kutcher is in tears before one of her fantasy suites. Our panel reacts to all the drama from last night's episode.
Elton John and Prince Harry joining forces in the fight against AIDS.
Not even Tom Cruise can keep a straight face during a hilarious game on Fallon.
And big cat expert Dave Salmoni is here talking big cats, small cats, even brought a little fur ball with him. We can't get enough.
It's all today on People Now.
Hey, happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to People Now. Good to see you. We've got some pretty exciting news for all you Jennifer Lopez fans out there because Jenny from the Block is celebrating her 49th birthday today. So this is the perfect excuse for our fans to show us how much you love J-Lo.
We want to know what your favorite Jennifer Lopez gif is in honor of her birthday. So tweet us your gif with the hashtag People Now. We may just show your sassy little gif on the show. I don't know.
Can't wait for that. We'll check in your responses a little bit later. But for now, here's what you need to know and what's trending today. Watch this.
For over a quarter of a century, Elton has worked tirelessly to fund research and services in communities around the world. And today, he has come to Amsterdam to announce his latest endeavor, $1 billion global partnership to break the cycle of male transmission of HIV, particularly in sub-Saharan Africa.
Prince Harry and Sir Elton John joined forces Tuesday morning at the International AIDS Conference in Amsterdam. Now, the two men share a close connection over Prince Harry's late mother, Princess Diana, who used her royal influence to raise awareness of HIV and AIDS research. At the conference, Prince Harry and Sir Elton John announced a new global organization called Men Star Coalition aimed at targeting HIV infections in men. The singer explaining that more needs to be done to educate men about HIV. Here's what he had to say.
It is time there was a global coalition to teach men to protect themselves. And in doing so, it will teach them to better protect not only their wives and girlfriends, their sisters and daughters, but also critically, their brothers and their sons. That coalition launches today, and it's called Men Star.
That's great. What an incredible organization. Great to see them sort of joining forces for that. But now we switch gears onto this. Watch.
Are you kidding me, dude? Oh my God.
Well, guys, on Monday night's intense episode of Teen Mom 2, viewers watched as Jenelle Evans became involved in a road rage incident that compelled her to pull out her gun with her 8-year-old son, Jace, in the passenger seat. Now, the reality star grew furious as the driver of a white pickup truck tailgated her, then cut her off, then slammed his brakes, causing her and Jace to dive forward as she stopped her car abruptly to avoid a collision. Now, in a black screen that followed, MTV explained that Evans chose to follow the driver as he turned off the highway and headed to his home. There, she unbuckled her seatbelt, leaned forward, pulled out a small handgun as Jace watched. And while MTV cameras did not show Evans brandishing the handgun, they did show another black screen reading, "At this point, Jenelle pulled out her firearm." Now, in May, when the incident took place, Evans told police the other driver had raced, quote, "in front of me and purposely slammed on the brakes at 70-something miles an hour." That's what she said. She went on to claim that this guy, she said, "This guy's trying his hardest for me to not be behind him anymore. He's literally going crazy, swerving in and out of lanes." Evans claimed that the man's erratic behavior made her, quote, "slam on the brakes so hard that my phone went flying." She says that her son almost got whiplash, almost hit the dash. The man involved in the incident, however, alleged that Evans left out some information in her telling of the story. In a report obtained by People from the Brunswick County Sheriff's Office, the male driver alleged that Evans followed him to his house, hit his truck, ran over his mailbox, and pulled a gun on him. Neither driver was ultimately charged in connection with that incident. The mother of 3 and her husband, David Eason, have come under fire for sharing photos and videos with guns on social media, including the time that Eason posted a clip of Evans aiming a rifle the same day as the Florida high school shooting in February that killed 17. But Evans didn't back down, even posting a series of photos shortly afterward of her son, Kaiser, with a toy gun, and she captioned it, #CountryLiving. So there you go. All right, Monday night was the Bachelorette, and we all had lots of feelings. I'm still feeling it right now, especially since, guys, it is Fantasy Suite week, which means the emotions are running high. We're going to be breaking down the episode with Caila, Quinn, and Brandi, Cyrus in just a bit. But everyone on Twitter certainly had lots of thoughts. Spoiler alert here, if you haven't watched, guys. But one of the most gut-wrenching parts of the episode was Becca saying goodbye to Buffalo native Jason. It was sad. We were all in tears after he told Becca, quote, I came in rooting for your happiness. I will leave rooting for your happiness. So many feels. He even gifted her a homemade scrapbook before leaving for good. I mean, is this like, you know, the sweetest thing? Look at Will Ferrell right there. That's how I felt. That was me spilling my wine. Others quickly began to compare him to This Is Us patriarch Jack Pearson. One user writing, Becca literally had a real-life Jack and just sent him home like she purposely wanted that crock pot to malfunction.
Oh, wow.
That's a little dramatic.
That's a little dramatic.
Don't worry, guys. Bachelor Nation already coming to the rescue and sliding into Jason's DMs. So I see that things are going to work out, I guess. I feel like it's going to be fine.
He'll be fine. He's a good guy.
More Bachelor updates, though. Stick around. Your weekly recap coming up soon. First, you have more for us in Star Trek.
Yes, we're kicking off Star Trek with one action star taking on the ultimate mission impossible, trying not to laugh. Watch this.
I'll meet up with the group, disguising myself as Huckleberry Finn. Jesus.
Tom Cruise joined Jimmy Fallon on The Tonight Show Monday for a Mad Lib Theater sketch, helping Fallon fill out a Mad Lib before the duo acted out the hilarious script they just created. Cruise had some memorable answers as Fallon prompted him to fill in the blanks, choosing pollywog as his silly word and duty head as his curse word a first grader would use. That's actually really good. In the skit, Cruise and Fallon played spies aboard a train, but from the start, neither one could keep their composure. All it took was Fallon's opening line, "Good evening, my little cookie," and the two were in hysterics from there on out. Cruise drew the most laughs from the audience when he was forced to share his character's personal mantra, poopity scoop. Cruise was visiting The Tonight Show, you like that one, to promote his new film Mission Impossible Fallout in theaters everywhere on Friday.
Words I thought I'd never hear you say.
And now I did. And now into a star who has a support system for life. Destiny's Child singer Michelle Williams received a whole lot of birthday love from the girl group following her revelation that she was seeking treatment for mental health issues. Kelly Rowland sent out a heartfelt tweet saying, quote, "Happy birthday to my sister, real Michelle Williams. Love you, Shell," paired with a silly dance video singing happy birthday. The official Destiny's Child Instagram account also sent Michelle their best wishes on her birthday, posting this stunning photo of the singer with the caption, "Happy birthday, Michelle Williams." The sweet birthday gestures come after an Instagram Michelle posted last week. The singer told her fans on Tuesday that she decided to take her own advice and reach out for some assistance. She said, in part, "For years, I've dedicated myself to increasing awareness of mental health and empowering people to recognize when it's time to seek help, support, and guidance from those that love and care for your well-being." The star continued, "I recently listened to the same advice I've given to thousands around the world and sought help from a great team of healthcare professionals." Michelle received tons of heartwarming responses on Instagram from those closest to her, including Beyonce's mother, Tina Knowles Lawson. Williams' fiance, Pastor Chad Johnson, also left a sweet message in the comments saying, quote, "I'm so proud of your courage and commitment to this. We are in it together and on an amazing journey of watching the master artist paint a priceless work of art." Looks like Michelle has a great squad looking out for her, and those are your Star Treks for today.
All right, guys, stay with us. A baby tiger joins us live in just a couple minutes. We're very excited. That is not the baby tiger. It's to help celebrate a very special day coming up soon. Plus, we are counting down to the finale of The Bachelorette with this week's recap. Caila, Quinn, Brandi, Cyrus are here and ready to get into it.
All right, but first, in honor of J-Lo's birthday, we've been asking you to send us your favorite J-Lo gifts. So let's take a look at what our fans have been tweeting so far.
All right, here it comes. All right, pretty good.
Ooh, that's a great one. Deal with it. It's a pretty good one, too.
Mm-hmm. Just a very matter of fact. Iconic moment.
That dress. Whoever remembers that dress.
No, that dress, and even when she gave people a tour of her home, she still had that dress in the closet.
We love these. So keep sending them in.
Yeah, keep sending the gifts in, but now we move on to this.
Mila Kunis is opening up about the demise of her long-term relationship with Home Alone star Macaulay Culkin, revealing she made some mistakes in her 20s that ultimately led to their split.
This all went down in an interview with Dax Shepard for his podcast Armchair Expert. Now, in their conversation, Mila called the split a, quote, horrible, horrible breakup and candidly admitted, quote, "I bleeped up."
Yeah, Mila and Macaulay began dating in 2002 before ending their relationship 8 years later. Mila was just 19 when they first got together.
Yeah, she's now 34. Looking back, she tells Dax that she was not perfect in her 20s and that it took her a long time to be able to admit that to herself. She said to, quote, "accept it and own it."
Yeah, she continues, "It's bleeped up what I did, and it's bleeped up how I did it. When I got to be single, I said, I just need to figure myself out. I genuinely need to know why I did what I did and regroup myself as a human being." Of course, we all want to know what she did.
Yeah, Mila didn't reveal exactly what that was, only that it was really bad. But she says enough time has passed that, quote, everybody kind of forgave everybody for what went down.
And luckily, the exes each went on to find happiness apart. Mila married Ashton Kutcher in July of 2015 and shares 2 children. children with the actor, while Macaulay is now dating former Disney Channel actress Brenda Song.
I appreciate your honesty. I sort of understand where you're coming from. And it hurts, it's painful. It's not an easy thing to digest, but I came into this rooting for your happiness. I'll always leave rooting for your happiness. So I hope you find it.
The heartbreak.
Do we need tissues again?
We do. Lots of tears this week as Becca and her men jetted off to Thailand, where some got up close and personal in the fantasy suite.
Some did, some didn't. Joining us live to break it all down is season 20 cast member Caila Quinn, and Skyping in Bachelor Nation superfan Brandi, Cyrus.
Hello, ladies.
Hello, ladies. Before we dive in, this was Fantasy Suite Week. Always some big emotional moments. Caila, you got to this point during your time on the show with Ben Higgins. When you think back to that time, the whole Fantasy Suite, what stands out to you the most about that experience, and how important is that week in all the relationships?
You know, what's so important in that point of the game is to really be focused and present and just not let your mind overthink things. Because it's really easy to get distracted and get really uncomfortable and insecure, just like Blake did.
Is it awkward in there?
It is, in the fantasy suite?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it shouldn't be.
Maybe some wine.
No, I don't know. But it's the one thing that we don't see on the show. And it's always like,
it's really nice because
how
the cameras
does it
aren't
go?
rolling.
Right. I mean, it was a little awkward because you have all these expectations in this build-up. It's awkward if there is ever a silence because you just, want it to go perfectly in your mind. But usually people are just really relaxed. You just laugh and you have the whole time to yourself. So I think it's a great time to connect.
Yeah. All right, let's start things off with Blake. So Brandi, we've talked before how Blake was letting the process get to him a little bit. How did you think their one-on-one time went? Was he too in his head?
I think it went pretty well. I think he got better. Maybe now that he's so close to the end, he's starting to get more of a handle on things. But I've said before, I don't think that him freaking out is a bad thing. I think if I were dating somebody and somebody else, and they were also dating someone else, I would feel the same way. And I don't think that's a bad thing.
Yeah, I'd be losing my mind.
Yeah.
Total spiral.
The thing here, Blake wasn't confident. He was not confident in a lot of things, but he did reassure Becca that the other guys don't love her the way he does. Caila, do you think that's true? And what do you think about their chemistry as you watched?
I think that's, very true. They have a childlike love. It's very physically oriented. He just always talks about how he wants to touch her body and kiss her. And so I think it's very lust-driven.
Yeah,
He's
I think you're right.
Cute. Blake clearly feels very strongly. Wears his heart on his sleeve. But do you think Becca's feelings match his? Is he setting himself up for a big heartbreak? Brandi, what do you think? Let's start with you.
I don't think Becca feels this strongly. And it's one of those classic situations of sometimes, like when one person comes on so strong, I think it's easy for the other person to be a little intimidated and take a step back. And because Garrett's playing a little bit more harder to get, I think that makes him more appealing, whether it's subconscious.
I hate that part about modern dating, but you always say it. It's like, who can care the least?
I said at the beginning of it, it's like, who can care the least? That's who's in control of the whole thing. So next up is Jason. Poor Jason. Becca sends him home after realizing she can't picture a future with him, just blatantly honest. And Caila, did Becca do the right thing by breaking things off before the overnight date? I don't know, should she have maybe given one last chance?
I think she did the right thing. She has such a strong moral compass that she literally couldn't go through it. And she probably knew the week before this that he might not be at the same level as the other relationship. So it's nice that she's being honest with him now.
Solidified it during their time together again, yeah.
But Jason does come back later in the episode for closure. They have a really sweet heart-to-heart. He gifts her with a scrapbook. Brandi, what do you think about their final moments together and his decision to come back and see her?
Yeah, I was shocked they let that happen, actually. I feel like they don't do that for very many people. But I thought it was really sweet. I mean, I've never been on the show, but I think probably one of the hardest things is not feeling like you have closure. And so the fact that he got to come back and have that closure, I thought was like a really cool moment for us to see.
Do you feel like that, Caila?
Brandi,
the closure thing?
I think you're so right, especially the closure usually happens during the men tell all, but he got to have it a little sooner. And so I think the show's kind of preparing him to be the Bachelor because he's emotionally ready if he's got the closure sooner.
That was the next question.
Literally leads us into the next question. Brandi, do you think he could be the Bachelor?
I think he should be the Bachelor. I think out of everybody we've seen in the top 5, he's my top choice by far. I actually got to meet him a few nights ago here in LA. I think they were all in town doing the Men Tell All, and I met him, and he's so sweet, such a kind person, very genuine. I think he'd make a great Bachelor.
What was your vibe with him? Did you feel like he's kind of over what happened? I mean, a scrapbook is pretty significant.
Yeah.
Like that, your heart's in it. But is he over it?
It was kind of hard to tell, I think, because they had come from Men Tell All, like they were all in their heads a little bit because they just dealt with all the drama. So it's hard to say, but I don't know. He was in a great mood. He was having fun. We were all out, and he seems like a great guy.
Wow.
Yeah. So Becca is like 100% confident with Blake and that he's ready for marriage and everything, but she does have some certain reservations with Garrett. So watching their journey, who do you think is the better fit? Brandi, what do you think?
I don't know. I kind of feel like Garrett is the better fit for her. As much as I think Blake is further along as far as more in love with her at this point, I think Garrett's a little scared, so he hasn't let himself get that far. But I think when he does, that they're a better match.
And Caila, who do you think?
Brandi, I mean, you couldn't have said it better. I totally agree. I think Garrett is a better fit. They come from a similar background. She's just really infatuated with him, and he's less nervous. So I think it's setting them up
He is
for
less nervous.
success.
It's true.
I love Blake. Anyway.
All right, thank you guys so much for joining us. Make sure to tune into The Bachelorette every Monday night on ABC. Brandi, go hang out with some more former contestants so you can get some more stories for us.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
For more than 1 million years, I've roamed the earth, adapting, evolving, surviving. I stalk wild lands you may never see, taking only what I need and giving back far more than you know. I breathe life into the forests, and they breathe life into you. I know every tree, every rock, every stream in my kingdom, and I watch as they slowly disappear. I'm one of the first things your children learn to love, and the last thing you think needs your help.
Well, guys, Global Tiger Day is Sunday, July 29th, and Project Cat has been created by Discovery and Wildlife Partners to double the number of tigers in the wild by the year 2022. And joining us now, Dave Salmoni, host of Animal Bites on Facebook Watch and Animal Planet's Big Cat expert, plus Olive, the baby tiger. Look at this.
So cute.
Dave, you come in with some good stuff. This is maybe the best.
I know.
Oh, yeah, tigers are one of the best.
We're going to talk about Olive in just a minute, but Dave, why the need for Global Tiger Day? Is the population decreasing fast? Like, what's going on?
Global Tiger Day is exactly that. We almost lost the tigers altogether. There was, by 2010, less than 3,500 tigers. I'm going to let her go rock and roll.
Okay.
There were less than 3,500 tigers. I'm watching her so she doesn't bite or scratch, trust me.
Look at this. Oh, hi.
And we're now finally, for the first time ever, increasing the number of wild tigers.
Okay.
She looked me in the eye, and I honestly felt like I was completely just astonished. She's beautiful and mesmerizing. All right, where do the tigers live the most?
Tigers live in Asia, anywhere from the equator all the way up to Russia. Hi.
Okay.
You stay here. We got to talk tigers.
And what about the ecosystem? How they affect it? And sort of like the risk here.
Yeah, the biggest problem is the fact that there are, a third of the world's population in Asia, and they're sharing land. So with that comes everything that a tiger can eat, a person can eat. All the land that a tiger needs to live in, people also need to live in. So as a conservation plan now, we're not just trying to figure out what a tiger needs. We're trying to figure out what the people who live with the tigers.
Yeah, so tell us about Olive. She's so adorable.
She is so
First of all,
how old is she?
She's 2.5 months old, which is why she's so busy, and I'm working so
I
hard.
love
to
it.
keep her
You're
here.
working hard. You're doing a great job, by the way.
Very much like a young baby.
Just wants to be everywhere and everything.
They want to do whatever they want. So I'm going to aim her this direction again.
And how big will she get, like in the next month or 6 months or year?
So 6-month-old could be 40 pounds-ish. I'm just going to keep watching her. So if she stays settled, we're good.
Yeah, I know, right? Hopefully she doesn't think that dangly hair is fun
Wow,
to...
that's what you really want.
no, just like, here, look at that. Oh my goodness.
See how pretty she is?
She's amazing.
So have a look at those big paws. She's going to grow into those. She's going to be 380 pounds-ish when she becomes an adult. Right around 16 to 18 months, her big teeth come in. That's when she's a little bit more dangerous.
Yeah. Where's she going to live? Is
she was born in captivity, going to stay in captivity. She's going to have a happy home the rest of her life. These types of things are what we try to do to make these guys combat all the boredom of captivity. We're trying to entertain their brain, keep them outside, keep them active. These are all things that a healthy tiger needs. So born in captivity, it's our job to make sure they have the best life that they possibly
Yeah, and I'm wondering, what does she eat?
So right now, because she's such a baby, she has a milk-like thing, which is sort of almost like a milk powder that is supplemented almost like what her mom would give. And then she also eats a carnivore supplement, which is sort of like beef mixed with vitamins. And those vitamins are going to be like the organs and the cartilage in the bone, things that they would miss in their diet.
How can people get involved with Project Cat? What can we do?
The first thing I always tell people, go to our website. It's projectcat.discovery.com. And we are trying to double tigers' population by the year 2022. We are partnered with the World Wildlife Fund, so we have, it's a big project. So go ahead and look at that. And the other thing is, you know, with any species, I always tell people, everybody has a skill. So research the animal, research the people that are getting involved the way you want to get involved, and see what your skills might do to help.
Besides I love that she's licking my foot, because last time the tiger definitely bit my foot.
Well, I was going to say, besides having really appealing feet, how do you bond with a baby like a tiger?
Try this. It's called a chuff. She's going to reply to you. Go.
Oh.
See her reply?
She just does it for you.
Well, I've been practicing for about 25 years.
Does she play with certain toys and everything?
Yeah, of course. So at this age, much like any other cat at home, the ball of yarn type of thing. So anything like a stuffed animal or something you want to throw away, she goes and chases it.
Nice.
Gosh, I love it.
Yeah, so anything like, say, the leather shoes, anything with a nice smell, she's going to lick it, she's going to smell it, she's going to play with it.
Look, obviously real people can't own a little baby tiger, but is there a place that people can, I don't know, that they can sort of get access to sort of see how beautiful they are? Obviously there's the zoos and things, but when it comes to animal sanctuaries, things like that.
Yeah, so unfortunately with those types of things, like I don't have a full list of the good guys and the bad guys. And we're just talking about the fact that we're trying to convince people that there are so many bad guys, there's ways to protect yourself. So like there's a new selfie law they have in New York where they're trying to avoid people who just go and pay some random guy to take a picture, and then people are getting hurt or the animals aren't being treated well. Generally speaking, I say accredited zoos, documentaries, or go pay to go on safari, because that creates jobs for the people who actually live with these guys, and that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, really great.
Well, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for introducing us to Little Olive. And you guys, don't forget, Global Tiger Day is Sunday, July 29th. To get more information on Project Cat, text TIGER to 707070.
There you go, you got it. 707070. Coming up tomorrow, Omar Epps is here live to fill us in on the third season of his show, Shooter.
Plus, Sideswipe star Carly Craig talks real-life dating experiences in the digital age and everything we need to know about the new 8-episode comedy series. Thank you so much for watching.
Bye, guys.